Hello beautiful people, so today I'm going to be doing my everyday glam makeup routine. So this being very requested, I'm going to get into my makeup routine. But first thing first, before I put any makeup on my face, I use this. It's Pond's face cream, but it's really good for dry skin, and I have really dry skin, so I like to put this on first, especially because in the end I'll be using powder, and that kind of dries your skin out. So after making sure my skin is completely moisturized, I then go in with my Fit foundation. This is a drugstore brand, so I'm sure you could find it at your local CVS or Walgreens. But yeah, this is what I use in shade Deep Bronze 370. That's what I use. So I'm just gonna dump a little bit on my hand, because the only thing I don't like about this foundation is the fact that it has like no applicator, so you have to dump it on your hand like this, and usually that just leaves like a huge brown splotch on my hand for the day, but I'm willing to do it for the beat. Okay, so now that my foundation is applied evenly and I look like the peanut butter baby, I then go in with like the underpaint method and put my blush on first before I go in with my concealer. So the blush that I use every day is this e.l.f. blush, another drugstore brand that will be easy to find at your local CVS, and this is in the shade Very Well. So I just put a little bit right here. Well, honestly more than a little bit, because I'm not really scary with my blush placement, because I heard that blush is the first thing to go. So it's like I kind of want to pack it on there, especially because it's going to be hiding under concealer and baking powder. And then I get my nose too, because you have to. And then I also go in with a brush to apply my blush. I say this now because when I do my concealer, I use a different like application method. So now that we're done with the blush, we're gonna now go in with my favorite part, the concealer. This concealer is like NK makeup. If you know, you know. This is a beauty, like a beauty store, hair store brand, but it actually works really good. So if you're looking for a cheap concealer with high coverage, I would go with this one. And then I have this in shade 12. So, and then going in with my concealer, I'm not shy with it at all, because since it's like brightening, I like to put it in like all over my face basically. So we're gonna put some underneath the eye, and then a little right here. I do this purposely, like make a clean crisp line purposely, so when I go in I could like cut crease vibes, but like not really, you know what I mean? And then all the way down the side of the nose, I do underneath the nose, and then the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, so like I said, with my concealer I use a different application. I use a beauty sponge. I find it blends my concealer better into the rest of my face. So I start off with the sponge, and also with the sponge I have more control on where the concealer is going. So using the sponge, I could carefully cut out my nose, which you guys will see. I could carefully cut out my nose and make a crisp line here. And then when I get to the end of my overall blending, I then take my foundation brush and I blend like harsh lines, the harsh lines here. And perfectly, and it kind of gives you like this like sunset effect almost. That's what you want. You want that sunset effect. So my powder, she's been through a lot, so give her grace. My powder is the air spun powder, but you can't see her because of all the eyelash glue on the packaging. But this is what really makes the beat. So then I take another beauty sponge and the powder, not too much, because if you applying too much setting powder is what will make your glam look like cakey. I'm trying to see this much. You start with this much, and it's easy because you could then just blend it out as you go across the face. But I like to be very like precise right here, because this is the time I take out to like carve out my nose. I don't wear contour or anything, so I really rely on like my baking placement and like my blush and stuff to like show the shadows and depths of my face, you know. So doing the nose, underneath the eye, go up here, underneath the nose. Basically anywhere you added concealer, you're adding your baking powder, to be honest. And you see how smooth it gets? Like, don't be scared, y'all. Don't be scared of it. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying about allowing the bake to really carve out like my features. As you can see, I took the bake here to like cut into my nose here, and then cut it into my nose here, so it's like it almost give it an effect that my nose is skinnier, but I don't know. And while she sits, we're just going to take care of a few, you know, just maintenance things. Brush my eyebrows up, make sure they're not crazy. And now to brush off our bake, we're gonna take our blush brush, since it has a little bit of that red left on it. It'll make sure you don't have that flashback look to your makeup. So you just go in first and you take in the edges first, so like everything just looks blended, and then you really get underneath the eye like so. Make sure there's no like white powder left. Now we're coming to the end of the routine, but there are a lot of final touches that I like to add before I'm completely done. First and foremost, I love to do my bottom lashes, so we're gonna do her. This is probably one of the best mascaras there is. The label's not on it, but it's called Essence, and this is probably in my top 3 mascaras. And then you just make sure you don't look like raccoon eyes doing your under eye mascara. Just put it at the tips of your bottom lashes and it's gonna show. I promise you guys. You just put it at the tip, keep going, like layer it on, and it's gonna look like a doll. So, and take your time, you know what I mean? This is really your beat, this is really your face. Like, take your time to make sure you look good, you know, because if you go in all fast and stuff, now you got black mascara underneath your eyes and you gotta do this whole side of your face over. Now you gotta take the whole face off. Now you at stage 1, you know what I mean? Exactly. Then probably my favorite part, I go in every single day with this liquid liner and just put beauty marks wherever I feel fit. I think this is a part of my makeup routine that people don't really see or can't really notice, but it means a lot to me. So, and honestly, I just put them anywhere. Like, there's really no like organization to this. There's really no method behind the madness, but lip combo, I start with this lip gloss that the label is off because stuff like that happens. I like it because although it's pink, it can change your lip different colors. So when I use this, I don't gotta do much. I let it sit a little bit. With the pink lip already being there, I'm gonna take my brown lip liner and then just line my lips. I do overline just a tad bit, but like, so this is the finished look. This is my full everyday beat, you know, this is my glam. I hope you guys loved and enjoyed the video. I hope like I could like help in a way, be a sense of be a beauty guru for you, you know. I wouldn't call myself a makeup artist, but I know how to do the damn thing, you know what I mean? So take what you will from this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm here every Wednesday, so come back next week.